Hey, and welcome back to my channel. It's Ashleigh here, and today I'm going to be sharing another episode in my kitchen reno series. Today, this episode is all about how I transformed my kitchen cabinets. So let's go ahead and start this episode. Okay, so I am out in the garage. I am so nervous because I'm about to start to try to turn these cabinet doors into concealed hinges. Well, concealed ones. Well, the ones that have concealed hinges. Whatever, you guys know what I'm talking about because right now I sound so crazy. But yes, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm so nervous I'm gonna mess this up, but I've been looking at videos, I've been reading the instructions, and I hope this goes well. So I'm gonna do this first drawer. This is one of the bottom drawers, and we'll see how this goes. So the kit I'm gonna be using is the Kreg one, and it's not really a kit, but I guess it is a kit because it comes with all the stuff you need. But this helps with doing the hinges. So I am using this, and I will have it linked down below if you're interested in it. But yeah, so I'll be using this. And first I'm gonna take the hardware off, and then I'm going to do the hinges. So I think this should be pretty easy because I feel like I should just literally, so I need to know, I already looked at the hinges that I got, so I need to know the space in between here. But literally it should be right here where this is. They also said it should be, I think like 2 to 3 inches. I think I saw someone's video that said measure the length of this and then like divide it by, or take a fifth of it or something like that. So I'm not gonna make this too difficult for myself. So I'm literally just gonna place it on top of where it previously was, but I'm just gonna make sure that the distance between the face of it and the back part is going to match up. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do, so I have my cabinet and I'm just going to, again, like I said, take the hardware off. So let me go ahead and do that. Set these aside and take that off. And now I'm just gonna go ahead and turn this way. And literally, so they have these guides on here that you can use. I can go ahead and take that off. But they have the guides on here that you can use, and you can set all of this. Honestly, I haven't read the instructions yet, but I saw some videos, so that's what they said. So you just literally sit it where it needs to be on here. So I'm honestly gonna be doing this. I'm going to really just set this where this needs to be and drill the hole. I think it's really that simple, and I'm overthinking this. But I'm first gonna read these instructions, I think. All right, so after I watched a couple of videos, I started to feel just a little bit more confident in this. So I just made this really easy, and like I'm showing, I just lined it up with that center part where my old hardware was, and then I just added the piece on top, and then I clamped it down. Again, I was super nervous. This was the first cabinet door that I did, and I just did not want to mess it up. I was just praying that it worked out perfectly. But this was really easy to use once you lock it in place and start to drill. So this also has these 2 little holes at the top where you can drill your holes so that you'll already have those marked for you to add your screws on. So it makes it really, really easy. So as you can see, I just set my hinges in there and I screwed them on, and I was like, yes, this is looking good already. Okay. So then I came in and I removed the old hinges. And then once I removed the old hinges, I just took this and placed it up, made it really easy for myself where the originals were, and I marked those spots, and then I drilled the holes and I added the cabinet door like that. One thing I forgot to mention though is you have to make sure that you know if you are either having a face frame, like you have face frame cabinets, or you have a frameless cabinet. So I have face frame ones, and so the hinges that I'm using are for those, and they do have ones for frameless. You also too have to measure, like when you open and close your cabinet, to know the type of hinges you're supposed to get as well. So I can drop the video down below that I watched so that I can learn how to do that. And I also think I was like reading a blog or something, so I'll put all of that down below because they'll be able to explain it way more than I can. Looking good, guys, looking good. So I've done these two. Now I'm gonna do these top. They're just basically like pull down. So I guess this one is like so you have access to the top part of the sink if you need. And then on this side, I guess this is where they put the utensils and stuff, but I'm gonna take that off. But I am going to be changing out these hinges so you can't see them too. And real quick, the reason why I'm doing this is because I just don't like the outside hinges like this. Like I've said, I like when they're not there. It's more updated, more modern, and honestly, some of these cabinets don't even close all the way. See, they don't close all the way. And then they're squeaky, so you heard that one. This is, so just squeaky cabinets. This one's not bad, but some of them are squeaky. And then also the fact that they're not slow close, so when you close them, they can pop back open like that. So just like, see, slamming. So it's just nice to have, they'll pop back open like that. So some of them fly right back open. So yeah, so just having these are just very nice because now they close softly. So yeah, I am gonna be adding, this one already, some of them already have these, but these little like bumper things. So definitely now when they close, it'll be nice and quiet. Oh, perfection. So yeah, so I'll be adding those into these on here. So yeah, these two have them, but I'm gonna take these off because they're old and I'll just buy new ones. Oh my god, it's so quiet. Ah! After I started to get the hang of this, this part of adding the hinges started to go really easy. I did work in sections though, so I finished the island, so that's my first section. I did all those and they turned them into concealed hinges. And then after I was done with the island, I moved to the back and I started on the bottom and then the top. So my second section would be all of the bottom cabinets. So again, doing that same thing, drilling the holes, adding in the hinges. And then after I did those, I actually painted everything on the bottom, and then I moved to my third section, which was going to be, of course, my top cabinets. So after I was done with adding all those hinges on there, I just labeled my cabinets and started painting. All right, so like I said, coming back to section 1, I'm removing the drawers, and then I'm gonna start to prep this area for painting. So as you can see on the sides, that this happened before I did my island transformation on the front. So if you haven't seen that video, you can check it out here. But this all kind of tied in together, so I'll be able to paint this one area. So I started, of course, as you can see, the prep work of sanding everything smooth to get it ready. So putting up holes, letting them dry. I did about 2 of the putty part. I don't know what to call it. Yeah, puttying over it. So I did 1 little coat of it, let it dry, and then I came back and put another one on there so they'll be nice and smooth. And then after that, I was working on the cabinets, coming out, sanding all the imperfections, taking off the hardware, and getting them prepped for painting as well. So sanding all of these drawers down was a beast. Oh my god, I was like do I really want to do my whole kitchen, like repaint it? It was a lot of work. So anyways, I just kept on sanding everything down. After I sanded them, again, just like I did with my kitchen island in the front, I'm gonna go ahead and prime it with my favorite bin primer. And so I primed everything front and the back. I'm pretty sure I think I only did one coat of this. I'm pretty sure I only did one coat, and then I came back in with my sander and I sanded down the primer nice and smooth. Okay, so next, of course, I started to add my paint. So the paint I'm using is the Fusion Mineral. The color is Eucalyptus, and I did about 2 coats on all of the cabinet doors. Then I came in and I just popped the drawers back in, and I painted the drawers like that because it was just easier for me to do it that way. So after I was finished with the drawers, I came back with the doors. Oh my gosh, I'm thinking about Encanto. Doors, floors, drawers, whatever they say. Anyways, so added those back on there. Super simple since I had already done it. This was very smooth to just add all of these back, and then I was done with section 1, moved on to section 2. All right, so I moved to section 2. Again, like I told you, it is all of the bottom drawers. So did the same thing of preparation as in sanding and puttying everything back up, sanding those down, adding primer, and then painting. So my 2 favorite brands of brushes to use is Zebra and Booster. I love to use them when I'm painting furniture. They're just really good brands, and I just love their rollers from Booster and the brushes from Zebra, and I love to use them because they just give such smooth applications. So if you plan on painting your cabinets too, I would definitely recommend those 2 brands to do it with, especially if you're not going to be spraying anything on, because I could have sprayed these, but honestly the prep work for that would have just been even more than this. So I literally just rolled everything on, and it really took no time to do this, but my arms were kind of burning. Here I am adding the doors back on. This was very easy again because I already had all of the spots marked out, so I was basically just putting the doors back on. And the last section I started on, of course, was section 3, which is all of my top doors. So I'm literally just gonna do a time lapse because I am doing the same thing over and over again. The color that I did choose for my top cabinets though is called Cashmere. And it is by Fusion as well. So I did have, like, I painted all my cabinets first to make sure that these were the colors that I wanted. So first I was gonna do raw silk, but that color had kind of like a yellowish undertone. So I went ahead and I just changed it to the cashmere. So I'm glad I made that decision because I would have been super upset if I just had like this yellowish tone cabinets. So at this moment right here, I was super excited because I was like, oh my gosh, I'm almost there. I'm almost to the finish line. I have finished section 3. Now, one thing I haven't done yet is applied a top coat. So Fusion has a tough coat that I was going to add on here. I was going to do the matte. You can also do gloss if you want, but I like a matte look. You can add that on here, but this already has like a built-in top coat, and I really haven't had to put it on the cabinets because I can literally just wipe them clean. But if you want that extra protection, you can definitely put that top coat on. So the next and final step to this was adding on new hardware. So I got this hardware on Amazon, and you can buy like packs of 25 or something like that. I'll add these on because I actually had some out. This one on the right from Home Depot, but it was like $6 for each one, so I went with Amazon. And then the last thing that I did was I added the top 2 cabinets back because I had issues with them because they had metal on the side. So I tried like drilling in the center, drilling at the top. It just wasn't working. So honestly, I'm not gonna be putting anything up there because I can't even reach up there. So I ended up just nailing these in place and calling it a day. And one more thing I want to share though is, since I did not paint the inside, I did get these washable shelf liners, and I just added those in, and it just made so much of a difference, and it looked so much better when I added these in, and you can pick these up on Amazon. All right, and that is it. So this took a while to do. I think it might have took me like 2 weeks. That's because I took breaks and stuff, but you can definitely get this done. I really feel like it might have been longer than that, but it did take some time, especially after I put the hinges on. I didn't actually start painting for a while. I hope you enjoyed this video. So I learned how to do my cabinets, adding the hinges, and I also just painted my cabinets. I'm used to painting furniture anyway, so that was really easy. It was just the conceal hinges part that I was really nervous about, but I am so glad that I decided to do that and tackle the conceal hinges because it really makes a big difference as well. I hope you guys enjoyed this transformation and you like this video, if you did, as always, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Make sure you comment down below to let me know what you think, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.